For the past 3 months, I have been off in the woods in rural Canada. Yeah, I never really thought I'd be saying that either, but as we all know, life can be a bit unpredictable sometimes. Nonetheless, things have definitely been looking very different for me these days, and so I figured that this would be a good time to show you guys a little bit about what my life has been like. If you guys don't already know, I'm originally from the suburbs of Los Angeles, California, so as you can imagine, this kind of lifestyle is very different for me. But honestly, I'm not really surprised that I like it so much here. In the past, I've mentioned that something that was really difficult about living on cruise ships was living in a metal box, and I really missed nature, so this is giving me all of that and then some. This is breakfast this morning. I'm having some blended overnight oats that I prepared last night, and they are so good. Something that we have to do when we come out here is buy a bunch of food beforehand. So the nearest grocery store is not very close.
And the options are slim picking.
Do a lot of shopping beforehand and then get creative with all the recipes, but they're pretty delicious. So one might think that because I'm in this idyllic location that it's just like vacation all the time, but I really just do have a normal routine, and I do find that in general I thrive off of routine. So I would say that most of the day is dedicated to work, but I do also prioritize my well-being and making sure I'm staying active. I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely like a workout in the morning kind of person, but lately because in Canada it's been getting pretty cold, I have found that I'm just opting for the afternoons these days. And if you're new here, I recently went through a back injury earlier this year, so running isn't really part of my equation anymore. So I have dabbled in swimming, but the only downside is I have like the whole getup going on. A spider just fell out of the snorkel mask. Let's go swimming!
I'm feeling like a brand new.
It's definitely getting a little chillier.
I know.
Oh,
Tristan taught me how to dive this summer.
I did. She's a pro.
Yeah.
Do you all play mermaids? You know, I really feel like I've built some thick skin.
She can keep telling herself that.
No, when I first came here,
I'm kidding.
The lake water was so freaking cold for me. I could barely even get in. But now I felt like handled that like a champ.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Good morning. It is currently the next day right now, and we're going to be starting off the day with some mobility training. For those of you who do not know, I am 27 years old, and this year, or maybe last year, was the first time I started just feeling like creaky in the morning. If you know what I'm talking about, it's just not the best feeling to wake up in the morning and just feel like the Tin Man. So I've started doing mobility training. Tristan actually has a background in personal training, and he's the one who got me onto mobility. At first, I did not really see the hype. I just kind of thought they looked like very simple movements, which they are, but it makes worlds of a difference. So every single morning lately, I've been doing mobility with Julia Rappel, I think is her name. And honestly, guys, it is a game changer. So get on that. Yesterday, I had mentioned that it is getting colder here in Canada, so I am no longer working out in the morning, yet here I am working out in the morning. When I woke up, I started looking at the weather, and I noticed that this morning's low is like the highest it's been in, I feel like, weeks. So we're taking advantage of it. So this is the current setup. I usually put a towel down before I put the yoga mat on top just because of the unevenness of the dock, as well as my little tripod. Here we have it, mobility with Julia. This is what we're getting up to this morning. Something that a lot of people don't realize is that before I even got injured on the ship, I was in a lot of pain, especially my knees. If you've been on a cruise ship, you know that there's tons of stairs, and as crew members, we weren't allowed to use the elevators, so I was walking stairs all the time, and it was so painful. It hurt to stand, it hurt to sit, it hurt my knees to literally do everything. But since starting the mobility journey, it has gotten significantly better. So if you struggle with these kinds of pains, I cannot recommend mobility enough. I'd say that the main goal is that it doesn't hurt when I work out or just do my everyday things. Recently, I've been doing the Caroline Gervon? I don't know how to say her name. I've been doing her iron series. I used to only do yoga and Pilates when I came to the cottage, but recently I decided to start bringing weights. Honestly, I love weight training. I don't know what it is. Just makes me feel so like ready to conquer the day. Today is so beautiful. Guys, I feel like life is just so different right now. This truly is the first time in my life I've been like a full-time YouTuber. I never thought in a million years I'd be able to say that. With that being said though, I think that something I've been having a harder time adjusting to is just the fact that I don't have any structure. Like, I am in full control of what my day looks like, which does have its benefits, of course. But in the past, I've always had some other job that I was working for someone else, and then I would fit my own side hustles in between those things. The balance is just a little bit different, and I feel like it's something I'm still getting used to, even though I've been off the ship for now like 8 months. With that being said though, I'm still so grateful. I feel like this is just like the first moment of stillness I've had in a very long time, perhaps ever. And I feel like I just need this right now. It's been so amazing to just soak in all these moments for what they are in this particular time, because I know that this kind of season may not happen again, you know? But with that being said, I do have some fun adventures in the works. When I was working on ships, I feel like there is one thing that I just never bothered learning how to do, but has now been helping me a lot, and that is travel hacking. In general, I would say that I don't love to overspend my money. Travel hacking is the main reason I've been able to travel as much as I have in this past year, even while not being employed by the cruise ship companies. There's one program that I've been using that's really cool, and it allows you to earn points on paying rent, which surprisingly is not super common, which I do find interesting because paying rent is such a big expense. But Built Rewards is the program which has basically made paying rent just a little bit more exciting. Something people don't realize, and when I say people, I mean literally me before this year, is that when you earn transferable points, you can literally use them to book your next trip. I don't know, I feel like as of recent, my thought process has been like, if I'm gonna pay for it anyway, why not get the points and be rewarded for it? If this is making no sense to you, this is how it works. So Built is a loyalty program that basically lets you earn points on your rent and things around your neighborhood. But guys, there is so much you can do with your Built points. If you're new to the whole miles and points game like I was, just know that high value points make a huge difference. But they've consistently been ranked the highest value point currency by the Points Guy and Bankrate. They're also designed to fit you, so you can redeem them in a variety of ways. For me personally, that includes flights and hotels. But you could also use it for things like next month's rent, workout classes, and just a whole bunch of other options. If you want to start earning points right now, click on the link below or click on the QR code on the screen. Using either of these two options lets them know that I sent you and is a huge help to me and the support of this channel. So make sure to check it out. Thank you Built Rewards for sponsoring this video. Woo! I did it. Today I am officially attempting to start the sauna by myself. I have never done that before. I think something that was really surprising to me when I first came to Canada was the fact that saunas were even a thing. That is just not part of the Southern California culture. It's pretty neat to experience it, and it's time to start a fire by myself. The very first time I was ever in a sauna, it was for my cousin's bachelorette party. I was 19 years old and it was so uncomfortable for me. I just didn't really understand why anyone would really be wanting to sit in like a hot box, if you will. But since being in Canada, and it's almost been 2 months, oh, it's been over 2 months, I have gotten quite used to the saunas, and I actually kind of like it now. And especially since it's getting cold, this is gonna be great. Something I do think is pretty interesting is I feel like Canadians and Americans are so often lumped together and like seen as a very similar lifestyle, but it's pretty neat to see all the new things that I've been learning. It's a pretty different way of life. Can't say I've ever started a fire before, so this is pretty fun. Tristan's just sitting right behind me, watching me suffer. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I won't go as far as saying I'm a pro, but I will say I do know the basics. You kind of have to start small and build up and hopefully eventually get the fire started. Tristan's laughing at me.
Laughing? This is just support.
He's like, I told you this 5 minutes ago. At this point, I've seen both Tristan and Graydon start fires from scratch. So it's pretty neat to see how they've been able to do it. And just throughout the course of being here, they have taught me a lot. So, oh my gosh, and look at my hands, they're Can you see that? They're so dirty. Last year when Graydon and I were on the ship, it was the night that I reached 100,000 subscribers for the first time. And he was like, oh, we should go have a bonfire. So we went down to this beach and he literally just started a fire from nothing. That was pretty impressive. I never thought I would be the person trying to do that, but here we are. Okay, now is the time to see if it starts to catch. It rained last night, so we shall see. The wood might be a little bit wet, so.
Love what you love, what you love, what you love. Love what you love, what you love, what you love.
Your smitters will roll.
So here's the fire. She's looking good. I think this is especially a big milestone for me because I grew up kind of being scared of fire. We have so many wildfires in Southern California. I mean, there's wildfires everywhere, but we've been evacuated and almost lost our home a couple times. So being able to start one on my own and feel controlled and confident is a huge step. Aside from the fact that this hat is very adorable, part of the reason is that it like keeps your head a bit cooler. It gets really, really hot in the sauna and my ears get very sensitive. So personally, I like wearing it a lot.
Woohoo! Big summer blowout.
I'm not as used to the sauna, so I like to have little cushions down and I kind of just lay on the lower level. It gets really hot at the top. Tristan is a beast. I can't hang yet. Gonna make myself a little bed here. Part of the sauna experience though is the hot cold contrast. So after this we're going to be jumping in the lake. Feel like I now have a reluctant sigh about that. The water used to be really refreshing and in the past couple of days it's gotten pretty cold. It has like very much of a bite now.
That's very refreshing.
Extra refreshing. I totally belly flopped.
That was a bit of a belly flop.
It was definitely a belly flop. 3, 2, 1. Woo!
Wow.
Hello, hello. It is a beautiful day at camp. It's actually a bit cold outside, but it's honestly still just a beautiful day. Usually during the week, I wake up at 6:45 every day. I don't have to, but I've kind of set my routine to be that, waking up at 6:45. But today just had a proper lie-in. It's been a bit more of a lazy day, but nonetheless, I am spending this afternoon helping Tristan out with some of his projects. Something that I think is really special about being here is that Tristan actually built so much of this place. Like, it's actually insane. He created like this gazebo behind me. He did all like the planking and the decks and the lights. He created a pond and garden beds. Like, he's wild. He's also done a lot of house renovating. So it's just a lot of things that I personally am not super familiar with, but I am all about like trying to understand people more. So here I am today. We're gonna join him in on a project. At this point, he has dug like a massive trench and it's gonna basically run electricity through. He's trying to add electricity for a shed that is close to the house. So let's do it. Hi. Ready?
So ready.
I'm his helper.
This will be good for us.
So at this point, the most experience I have with this kind of stuff is woodshop from high school, but I am learning a lot from Tristan.
She's got
There
it.
he is.
The master.
Yeah, he's been very helpful in keeping me up to speed. But at this point, we have come a long way, but still have a little bit more to go. So the reason that we put the siding on is because previously the siding was not complete. Therefore, we weren't able to run the electrical through yet. And when I say we, I mean Tristan. Now that the siding is complete, now we're in the process of running the wires back to the house and through the trench.
Through the trenches.
Secret tunnel.
So don't hold it toward like that, because like this it'll drip on you. So you want to do it this way. Take this brush and kind of wrap here, and then you stick the glue back in this container here and stuff.
This?
Yep. You're gonna take this, you're gonna Shove her on. There she goes. She's glued nice and straight on, and add pressure. So a little trick is to pre-bend this a little bit so that it has a little bend when you're starting to shove it up.
Maybe a little baby pull. Yeah. All right, electricity has officially hit the shed. It is such a humbling experience as an adult to just be new to something for the first time, but I'm really enjoying it. Last thing we have to do for the day is to get all of the dirt and just close up the trench, but after that, we're done. Good morning. It's actually almost 3 p.m., but Tristan has been hard at work on the shed. I've been doing some stuff of my own, but just made some smoothies and I'm about to give him some assistance too. So this smoothie turned out really good.
What you know about that? What you know about this? Everybody like it like that. Like that, like this, like that. Get down. 'Cause time is awaiting, there's only this moment. It's time to keep it moving. It's time to keep it moving. Get down. Let's get it. Get down. Let's go. Get down. Let's get it. Get down. Let's go.
So we have been blessed with another amazing day here in Canada. The weather really decided to just randomly get a bit warmer again before it starts to get even colder. I really thought we had seen the last glimpses of summer, but right now we are currently having this like random fluke week of heat and I'm loving it. And because of that, Tristan and I have decided to go on a little ATV ride.
Am I like the mystery boyfriend?
Yeah.
Big reveal.
So this is our second time doing an ATV ride together. This is Tristan's ATV.
It is my baby.
His baby.
My second baby.
I come first though.
Sure.
But it's been so fun being out here today. It had started to get colder and then just now being able to enjoy the heat and not freeze on an ATV.
Yeah, we Canadians love when there's a second wind of good weather.
Is that normal?
Every once in a while, yeah.
I'm here for it.
We love it.
Okay, so now it's time to head back. Good morning. It is currently one of my last days at the lake in quite a little bit. I'm not exactly sure when we'll be back, but I've just been loving my time here. I've been loving it so much. After living a life that has been so fast-paced and I just don't have any time for myself, I feel like this place really grants that, and I'm so thankful to be here. Lately, whenever I am scared of something, I think about the 90-year-old version of myself. What would 90-year-old Allie say? What are the things that she wishes she could do? And this morning, I decided that doing a little sunrise swim in the lake was one of those things. I just want to continue to live my life with no regrets and be proud of all the choices that I make, even when they scare me. It feels good. This video has been very different to film than my other videos. I've just been trying to be a bit more intentional and selective with the moments that I choose to share, but all of these moments throughout this video have been like accumulation of what my day looks like. Like if you put all of them together, that's like a typical day. Which is absolutely crazy to share. I used to have so many jobs that were location specific. This is the first time I've had a completely remote opportunity for work. I see the hype. It's lovely. During the daytime, I usually spend the entire day working, but then the moments before and after, I get to do this. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you would be interested in seeing in the future, and I will see you guys next time.